What's up, y'all? We're back for another episode of Another Avenue, the podcast where we practically and intentionally engage the art of yielding because God's word directs our path.
Yes, it does.
And it's the podcast where
you will hopefully change your mind.
you got to change that mind this year. Don't let your mind be stale in this season. Keep a
You
little
hear me?
oil in your vessel. Your lamp.
Moldable, stay moldable and malleable.
Jesus.
That
Trim
right
and burning. I just think they were saying trembling, burning, but they saying trimmed and burning. You talk about how.
Listen,
It's a good day. It is cold
man, listen.
in Nashville, Tennessee.
And I'm bald
Listen.
in Nashville.
And I'm
Tennessee.
Lil. In Nashville, Tennessee. Woo, my Lord. I cooked last night. Cooked some. You know, it was something light. You know, it was chicken Alfredo. But here's what I did. I got the bag. I know, don't clown me about my chicken Alfredo. It's simple, it's easy to do. Okay, cool. Shut up.
Is this the bag with the little pouch in it and then you take the stuff out of the
No, no. This is Zatarain's. Kind. You know, ain't got no pouch. You know, all natural flavors, no artificial.
Let them lie to you if you want to.
But I doctored it because it wasn't gonna be well, you know, just by itself.
With your soul.
Right. So I doctored it, put it together, you know, made it real nice, and you know, it turned out good. I think you know.
Did you bring some for lunch today?
No, I'm gonna eat
It's
that.
Tuesday. We got lunch.
Yeah, we got lunch. We got to pay for it today.
That's right. That's right.
If anybody want to give to the pastor's lunch fund,
Yeah, please,
my
Lord.
cash app is.
Flash on the screen.
Oh yes, Lord. How's your
Week? You said how was my week?
How is your week going?
Man, listen, I've had a few big things happen in my life. I
Okay.
think I already shared this with y'all. But I passed my capstone. And today at 5:00 p.m. I have my final session.
Jesus.
So, God is good.
Yes, he is.
So yeah, no man, all of that's well. Getting ready for Christmas. I mean, now listen, let's be honest. Shopping has been down here. It should be up here, but it's like down here.
I ain't bought nothing.
I mean, bro, what did you? How many people do you have to buy for?
My granny,
Okay.
my father.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I care to buy for. Like, my nephew. I'm gonna get my nephew something.
Okay.
Them three people especially gonna get something this year. Everybody else,
My three: Bria, Mila, Molly.
yeah.
Everybody else, you're gonna get a good God bless you.
Look, I ain't even got a car. It's gonna be a text message.
I got a hug. Those are free. That's what I got.
Because I used to do aunties get
Man.
a little something. I used to get all the uncles a hat, like a cap with their name engraved in it and all that kind of stuff. I used to
Big money.
before I moved to Nashville.
Oh, okay.
And Nashville said, you got three people. You
Yeah.
got three. You got three.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm excited though. You know, that's my thing. I love to shop for Christmas holiday season. So
Yeah, you do. You are a Christmas guy. You know what's crazy? I'm more of a summer holiday kind of guy. Like the 4th, not because it's Independence Day, but because that's when we all get together and cut a food. Like that. See, and Thanksgiving, but everybody in the house. See, I'm used to being outside. I don't like that. I don't like that.
the mosquitoes fly.
Yes, you mad because they out there, but you chose to be out there.
And they on your food.
Yeah.
You're eating it anyway.
That. So yeah, man, my week is good though. Things have slowed down
Hallelujah.
drastically. So, man, I have one content course left. I know I keep telling everybody this, so sorry if you've heard this 3 times. But I'm just so glad. I have one content course
Turbo
left.
last always.
I'll be done in March.
Congratulations. Everybody
Yeah.
clap it up.
Praise God. But I'm tired. I'm mentally exhausted. I need a break. But Nashville says no
To breaks.
to breaks.
Yes, it
You know what's crazy? It's really better to be at work because if you stay home, you're bound to spend some money on something.
You right. Because it's always
First off, because it just, I mean, to drive anywhere is you're gonna need new tires in 3 weeks. Like it's
these are potholes to hell. I ain't lying.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So anyway, yeah. How about your week?
Life is good. Football season still amongst us. I'm
Yeah.
struggling though because it's the games are few and far in between.
They're slowing down.
Yeah, so, but I'm living. I'm living.
Okay.
I'm living. So
Okay.
life's good.
Good. Well, man, let's hop into it. Man.
All right.
Let's hop into it.
This week, It's been interesting.
It has.
Last week even was interesting. But I think more so the weekend as we led into Sunday became very interesting. A few things actually happened. So there's this podcast show. What is it? Den of Kings?
Den of Kings, Kurt Franklin.
He had a guest on the show this week.
As he has had many.
A guest that I love this guy, actually. He is one of the best rappers
I believe
ever
it. I agree.
exist.
I agree.
I got to give it to him. T.I. Tip Harris.
Yeah.
And he made a comment basically saying that the church is a business. It's more business than anything. And it has caused some uproar.
And he said it's become more of a show. And he sees it now. I don't like to quote nobody wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he said now it's like fake.
Well, because we got phones and stuff, let's just look and see what T.I. said. T.I. Den
My phone is
of Kings. He said, and I quote, well, can't quote nothing you ain't found yet. But yeah, in so many words, he basically called the church out. Blasted the church.
Yeah.
And the universal church. Let's be clear.
Right. And he talked about church, period.
Yes.
He was not talking about a specific church.
No.
He was not talking about his church.
Right.
Because I don't think he has a church. He was not talking about any of those things specifically. But he was labeling the church as a whole. And man, this grieves me, bro.
Okay, I'm interested.
There's a point where it also angers me.
Okay.
Because we have given voices in our community too much universal clout.
Oh. Okay. I'm listening.
In our effort to be trying to watch my mouth. In our effort to be businessmen and women and clip society and people who are famous are just given the right to express whatever. And it's not that they shouldn't be able to express whatever they feel. It's the fact that our community takes it as universal. And
Absolutely.
I think that's number one. That's the first ridiculous part.
Okay.
But the second ridiculous part is I'm sick of people having comments about what they are not a part of. That just, like even Greek organizations. I'm not Greek.
Right. Neither am I.
I can't speak on what they do
at all.
Number one, because my opinion is highly ignorant.
Right.
Ignorant meaning not knowing.
Right.
So when we talk about somebody like T.I., who I love and respect, from afar. And I have since I was a kid, and my brother introduced me to his music way before my mama and daddy.
Y'all passed it with a trap star.
Right. So now it's like people, and so I really don't even know if I'm as upset with T.I. as I am the people who push it and make it viral. I think we got to be fair, right? So the issue that I carry with this is, number one, the statement is false. So that part is directly to the person who said it. Like,
absolutely,
that part is false. There are some houses of worship. You see what I did there? There are some houses of worship that are like that. They are strictly. They were made to be a business.
Absolutely.
They drew people.
Literally made.
Not called. Not formed.
No, made.
They were made for that purpose, right? And they're fulfilling that purpose. Now, what I think we also have to say is, just because that's the kind of church you were drawn to does not make all of the church that.
My Lord. Here's what he said. T.I. said, that he's never felt a connection with church. He calls church a business and compares it to a Broadway show where people go to perform.
That.
He says, I feel like it's all fake.
But what's weird to me is we not saying that about rappers who not from Atlanta, but they claim in Atlanta to be connected to a culture only to put on chains they can't really afford. They're literally renting them to lean on cars and music videos that they don't really own, to go back to the suburbs where they grew up to call themselves a thug. I'm confused. So it's amazing to me that we give credit and credence to voices who apparently, first off, the man started by saying, I have never felt a true connection to church.
Right.
Which means you've never actively been a part
of a church.
Of the Lord's church.
The Lord's church. My Lord.
Now, just like any other organization, we recognize that the church has issues. The church has problems. I'm not here to act like we don't. We got them. Yes. Right? And there are some among us who are problematic.
Absolutely.
There are some among us who made themselves and were not called. There are some among us who have turned worship into a concert, and there's not any service, there's not any whatever. You just got multiple auditoriums, and we get it.
Yep.
But you're gonna have to keep your name, your mouth, my bad, off, because the church is so much,
and it has been so much for us,
bro.
And then let's actually think about the kind of church that T.I. would go to.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you would go to most likely a mega church where you feel protected and you feel like you would get the least amount of attention.
And where you can buy your front row seat.
Of course it's gonna feel like a show. What do you mean?
Because they putting on for you.
With your unsaved self.
Right? So I mean, that's the real nature of what we're up against today. I also don't like it because it did exactly what it was meant to do.
Absolutely.
And that was to stir up all the folks who have been church hurt.
Yes, Lord.
To begin to lay out their opinions. That's why I say my problem is this big with the person who said it.
Absolutely.
And it's this big with the people who have taken it, made it viral, added to it, commented on it, pushing it, saying that he's right. But a lot of these people who are saying this feel whatever way they feel, but their mama was kept afloat by what they talking about.
You had Christmas gifts by what you were talking about. Your lights didn't get cut off.
Because of
what you talking about?
I'm so confused. Like, now, I'm also real.
Right?
The church has problems.
Yes. Yes.
Right? We can't act like all of these aren't problems. Some of these are just reality.
Absolutely.
For instance, staff.
Yes.
Everybody wants to talk about paying staff. But nobody, nobody is willing to do what they want other people to do for free.
Nobody. Now so.
Because when we ask you to volunteer, you busy.
You don't come to nothing.
And so it's like we gotta be honest about this. This isn't that the church all of a sudden wanted to start doing this. Because here's what's weird to me. We want the church to keep up with the world in how we function.
Right.
But we want the church to magically do it for free. We want the church. We expect the church to magically have full functional staff and a 16 camera setup and all the lights and all the an 8-piece band and an orchestra and
smoke detector. Smoke machines and making
you need a smoke detector
you need one.
Right? You want your smoke detector to not beep like it does at your apartment. You want all the things. You want all the stuff, but we think that the church is the place where it's supposed to happen for free. We act like churches don't have bills.
I am not well. The church has bills.
We want to act like the church doesn't have bills. If your church owns a piece of property,
got to pay tax.
That is not the actual church building itself.
Got to pay them tax.
And it's not for 501c3 nonprofit purposes.
Got to pay them tax.
You got to pay taxes. I had to get all the way over there. You see what I'm saying? Like, all of those are realities. So, guess what? Half his statement was right, but the shade wasn't. The church is a business. Woo. It is a business.
My Lord. Jesus.
So the statement itself, that first part, is correct. But you don't get to shade it.
It also reminds me of whenever there's something happens at a club or like a shooting or somebody gets to fighting, all these people come out and say, that's why I don't go no more. That's why I stopped going out.
I don't go to the club.
That's why declarations.
You wasn't going anyway.
And that also don't make you better. Because you ain't going no more.
Because you still high just at the house.
And all these that's why declarations for why you not going to church don't make you better.
Man.
And it don't make you right.
No, it doesn't. Because trying to stay off my therapy horse. I think we have to acknowledge that the church is not exempt from functioning in the world.
Right. The Bible said, "Go ye therefore into all the world."
Yeah. So we have to acknowledge that, man, it is a business.
It is a business.
There are people who have to be hired to make it run. There are people, there are salaries that have to be paid. There are utilities. And these utilities are not like your house utilities. These I see you. I know you're grieved every month when you make those payments. Jesus. But the truth is, man, it's a business.
It's a business. And it has to run. And it takes money to operate. And where does the money come from? The people.
The people. So here's the thing. You get to choose what you give to. It's crazy. Like, I know this whole thing with Target, right? This whole thing is happening with Target right now. And the whole boycott of Target and all that good stuff. But man, we also have to be honest with ourselves that before this, if you wanted to shop at Target as opposed to Walmart, you weren't bashing the other one
at all.
You just went where you went.
Yep. And enjoyed it.
And spent your money.
Went home. But nah, we got to bash the other one because we want to go 15 minutes down the other direction from the house. When it's
I'm confused, man. And that's his story, and he has every right to feel how he wants to feel, right? He has every right to approach life in the way that he feels is best.
But I have a problem.
Okay.
My brother said he hasn't felt a connection with the church. I have a problem with that because the two things can happen. You went to a church expecting to feel a connection and only a connection with the church. And you never got a connection with God. Because the church has problems. So if you frame your walk with God based on mere connection with the church, you're going to always waver.
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, the clip I saw, because I don't like to quote nobody wrong.
Right.
He went on to say he believes in God, but doesn't need a preacher as a middleman.
Okay, this not a drug thing, brother. I mean, come on, like.
But I also think that and there's so many people who feel like this. Let's lift from this conversation to talk about the truth of this, right? That there are a lot of us who hold this same belief. But Scripture calls us to not forsake the assembling of ourselves together.
Hebrews 10:25.
And in that call and in that action, we find that preaching and teaching takes place, and how it's necessary as sort of a lifeline for the community, for this community of faith, this congregation, what we would call a church. And so it's amazing for me how so much of the world has taken on the church's structure and format, but they hate the source.
Absolutely. Jesus.
And it's kind of exhausting. Like I'm mad within myself because I'm like, number one, why are we even addressing this? But I think it's necessary to address it because there are so many people who go to church and agree with that.
Yeah.
There are so many people who don't go to church because they don't agree with that. Or you fell out with the preacher, or you fell out with how the money was spent, or you fell out with those things. But when you invest your money in anything, you're not dictating how that happens. Now, should there be morals? Should there be checks and balances, right? As we have. Should there be a balance of power? Should there be all of these things? Absolutely. I agree with them wholeheartedly, right? Yep. But we can't act like because the church functions and the church takes in money that everybody should be pleased with what's done with every cent of it.
Because he'd be the same folk who, when the church ain't giving back to the community, be loud.
Absolutely.
But we ain't got no money. Well, we gonna be singing Christmas carols, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. We forget that this organization is really more of an organism. The life that it has comes from within.
Yeah.
But I really think that what's at the core of this, and I'm gonna sound real non-Baptist when I say this.
Oh.
We've opened the doors and just let anybody walk in.
My Lord.
And so because the door is so open and membership responsibility is so light, we act as if, or no, we're not acting. We've given anybody who's parted those doors voice to make public conclusion and judgment about what it is that they don't even understand.
It also seems like this I don't want a middleman conversation is tailored around replacing the middleman.
Yeah, now it's me.
Right. And your faith, if you're Christian, your faith is built on the middleman. I preached a sermon one time called "Give Me the Middleman." I want the man in the middle, and I can't replace the man in the middle.
Was it Charlie Dates who preached a sermon and gave the illustration of him going down the road?
It was Charlie Dates. It was Charlie Dates.
Him going down the interstate, and it was him in another car.
Uh-huh.
Oh my Lord. him and another car, they were flying, going above the speed limit.
Yes, Lord.
And he saw the officer, and the officer saw them.
Mm-hmm.
But the officer pulled over.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm telling this correctly, the officer pulled over the other car.
Yes.
And as he drove by, he said, I thank the Lord that somebody got between me and the law.
And the Lord. Which makes them
the middleman.
the middleman.
Jesus is the middleman.
My God. What a B3 at?
Right? So we can't talk about the fact that you don't need a middleman. Jesus is given. But I think, oh man. Jesus is the middleman. But biblically, so we talk about we love God, we hear from God. But everybody who loves God and hears from God, and here's why we all need to be careful about the voices we're listening to. I literally just preached this.
You did?
You need to check your voices. Because the voices that you're listening to, the voices that you agree with, listen, just because you didn't like your childhood pastor does not mean all pastors are bad. In the same way that to T.I.'s statement, just because you went to a church that wasn't healthy or wasn't doing right or well, or you know, the culture and atmosphere was well, it doesn't mean that all churches are like that. Right. And just because a person says they love God, the question you've got to ask is, number one, what God is that? Because all the religions got a God.
My Lord.
That's the first thing. Number two, you need to ask, is this love for God built and backed by Scripture?
Wow.
Because if your own inner voice is the voice of God, that ain't God.
And going out there hugging them trees ain't hip.
Right? So I feel for people. And we don't have to agree. I'm not a person who's like, oh, you got to do it my way. You got to see it my way. No. But what I won't accept is people who are not a part of something having so much to say ignorantly about that thing.
Yep.
Because just because you understand the streets does not mean you understand church. Just because you understand church does not mean you understand the streets. Like, you know, you have to be. And now let me also say, because I'm real, the church is equally guilty.
Absolutely. Yes, Lord.
The church is equally guilty of doing this communal damage. Man, I was just having a conversation with some friends. You weren't here. With some friends at lunch after church on Sunday about how we don't believe that people will ever change. And so I say this to address the church's accountability that it needs. That we judge people in the streets in the same way that people in the streets are judging the church. And we're acting like people will never change. When people do change, we act shocked. Like the God we claim to serve doesn't have the power to bring about said change, right? And so my prayer for T.I. and others is that they would have an experience where they can see the church at her best.
Loving.
That they would encounter a genuine pastor and not an entrepreneur with a collar.
That was made.
That made themselves. My prayer for him is that he'll go to a church where you can't buy the front row.
My Lord. You need to go to a church where the usher can tell, baby, this the only seat we got. You go get right. And give me that God. And give me that God too while you're at it.
Give me that. Yeah, my prayer for him is that he would see God in and through the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also good because this ain't just about church. This ain't just about T.I., Kurt Franklin, Dana Kings, and the streets. This is about your life, our lives. Our prayer is that you would not make the new person, thing, organization, job pay for what the last person, organization, thing did to you. So in life, if you're dating, if you stop dating because all men are dogs, well, you might well get ready to bark.
Maybe it's your picker. Maybe your picker is broken. Your picker broke. That's what's wrong.
Woo, my Lord. Or maybe you letting your folks pick for you.
Or your friends pick for you.
And they ain't got nobody. And the body they got ain't with them. If you gave up working job, you ain't no job good for you because all of them toxic and you can't never get what you want out of it. Try again. Same thing for church. Try again. Because it's someone out there for you. I believe in you.
Yep.
I believe that you know our future. Teach the way and let them lead the way.
Yeah, man. I don't want to see people live in misery because you're hurt or mad.
Yeah.
And we are so tempted to do this.
Yeah. Even me.
Man, we are so tempted.
Let a restaurant mess up my food. I ain't going back. What about it?
And you know what's crazy? This is perfect. That was one franchise of the whole chain. And now you 15 states away talking about, so I don't eat there because it was nasty. They got their own owner, cook, chef, servers.
My Lord.
Because I found that some restaurants in Nashville ain't as good as they were in Birmingham. Whew. Same company.
Same.
God has many franchisees. And some of them are operating under the name of the company and unaffiliated.
My Lord.
So, yeah. My prayer for you is that you'll not let trauma rule you. My prayer for you is that you'll make a decision. The Church of Old would say, "Why you still have time?" Oh man, you know what? Somebody text me about this, and we out. Somebody text me about this Sunday night during the invitation on Sunday.
Okay.
I said something that I really don't typically say on Sunday mornings. I typically say it here. Since I've gotten here, I typically say it like if we're having a revival, we've got a guest church, something like that. So while I'm giving the invitation, I said to the people, because typically it's you if I'm preaching. Right? So since you wasn't here, I did the invitation. So in the invitation, I said, listen, you need to make a decision. I used the Oliver line. You need to make a decision, and I've got a question. Now, but I said, I just want you to come. If 15th isn't where you want to be,
right,
we'll send you to wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
The most important thing
is that you come.
Because this might not be the house for you. But since we're affiliated. I can send you where you need to go. So you might not want to be at 15. We can send you wherever you want to go. But if you're here and the word has been preached and you feel the Lord knocking on your heart today, you need to respond today. We can get you where you need to go. Because this flavor might not be your flavor, but this may have just been the place that the Lord spoke to you. So to all who believe that one representation, one franchise encompasses or encapsulates the character of them all, you're wrong. You're wrong. Try again. Don't be done with women because one cheated. Try again. Don't be done with men because one was broke. Try again. Don't be done with church because one preacher wasn't no good. Try again. And God will meet you and bless you. But don't make those conclusions because you'll end up being the one left hurt, alone, and bitter.
And the woman who had the issue of blood only got healed. Because she tried again.
She tried again. Oh, because she had been from doctor to doctor. But she said there's one more. There's one more. I'm done.